guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and in today's video we're going to be doing a full face get ready with me using all new products. Not all of them are brand new products, but they are new to me. So we are going to be doing a full face worth of new makeup to me. So if you guys like these types of videos, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel before you guys leave, and let's jump right in and let's do this! Alright, so to start off this little get ready with me slash tutorial, I'm going to go in first on my eyes. I just picked up this Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne Kaleidoscope palette, and it is extremely pigmented and very colorful, so I feel like eyes is probably the better option to start with today. So the first thing that I'm going to do is prime my eyelids. I picked up this Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade White. I don't know if this is necessarily available anymore. I bought this not at Sephora or Ulta, but if you guys subscribe to my channel, I will have an epic ass makeup haul coming soon to my channel. And if you guys are makeup lovers, you're definitely going to want to watch it because you're probably going to shit your pants. Like, I borderline shit my pants when I bought everything, so if you love makeup hauls, you're definitely going to want to turn on those post notifications for that haul. But I'm just going to blend this out with this Face Secrets Beauty Sponge. I got this from Sally Beauty. They sent it over to me. I don't think it is out yet. I believe it is out in March or April. So we're going to test this baby out today. It is a little bit more dense than I typically like, but we'll see how it applies foundation. But I always blend out my lid primer with a sponge. So we're just going to blend that out, and then we will go in with our next palette, because I'm not going to go right in with this Urban Decay palette. I'm going to first go in with this Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Now this is not necessarily new to me. I've had it for probably like 2 months now, maybe a month, but I love this palette. I will be talking about this in my current favorites when I decide to film that, but this palette is fucking amazing. So I'm just going to go in first with my Morphe E15 brush in the shade Rollin' in Dough and just set my entire lid space. Just because we don't want any creasing or skipping. I feel like every time I do a tutorial or anything like that, I'm probably going to say that every single time. So the next brush I'm going to go in with is my Sigma E40. This is like a double-sided one I just got in a random ass palette. But I'm going to go in the shade So Bougie. It's just going to be like a light tan shade. Just something I could use for my like transition. Because like I said, that Kaleidoscope palette is very colorful, and I don't think that one has a transition shade in it, and I just like to lay one down. That way I feel like it layers a lot nicer. Probably won't even need to do this, but whatever, it's just habit at this point. You can definitely use a bronzer too. That's one thing I do all the time, is just use a bronzer. If you don't want to reach for another palette or buy a separate palette, just use a bronzer. Alright, so that's going to be it for that Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Like I said, I absolutely love that palette. That is probably the one palette I've been the most impressed with since the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, so I really, really recommend that one. But now we're going to move on to this Urban Decay Kaleidoscope palette, and just look at the packaging on it. It is so stunning. I feel like this is so Kristen Leanne too. Like, I absolutely love her channel. I think she is bomb, and this is what the palette looks like. Most people say the same thing with this palette. When I first looked at it, I was like, yeah, no, we're going to hard pass on that one. But then when I went to Ulta and actually swatched it, goddamn, these look so beautiful. Granted, I'm one of those people that thinks swatches are redundant because I don't feel like they perform nearly the same on your hand as they do on your eye, but it's always fun to go in the store and swatch it. So that is solely what made me buy this, was not just because I love Kristen Leanne, it's because I don't have any shades like these in my collection, at least in a palette form, because I'm one of those people that I like to have a palette that inspires me, and that is exactly what this palette did. So hopefully this goes well today. I don't dabble in color like these often, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope it goes well. Alright, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Tajin. I think it's just like this burnt orange shade. I'm going to put this on my Morphe R39 brush. If you guys missed it, I did a must-have makeup brush video. This is like the #1 brush that I recommend for your eyes. I think this is such a good essential brush. Like, I could do a complete look with just this one brush. I'm so nervous. Like, I get nervous working with colors like these because they are so pigmented, and just, I don't know, most people don't wear colors like these on a regular basis, so that's why I figured it'd be a fun video just to do like a get ready with me, like fun look, instead of like a tutorial, you know what I mean? Alright, so already this shade is amazing. Blends out really well. I love the shade on this as well. This is like a shade that I would use on a regular basis. That's why I really like it, because I am all about the warm shadows. And then this palette does come with a brush, so we're gonna actually try using this today. I typically don't use these types of brushes. I wish that companies would just not put a brush in the palette and mark the price down a little bit, because Like I said, I rarely use these, or they just are not good brushes in general, so let's give this a whirl today. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that Tajin on the fluffier side. Yeah, this is, I could definitely tell, this is not a brush that I would use on a regular basis. It's very soft, so that's a bonus, but it's just not like fluffy enough like I like mine to be, and I don't like how short they are either. I like having a long handled brush. I feel like I have way more control with it. So I could already tell you I would not use this, so I wish that they would mark down the price on this, but I still feel like this palette was so reasonably priced. I think it wasn't even like 40 bucks, I think it was 35. I feel like for a collab in Urban Decay, that is a really good price for a palette, and I just think it's a super fun palette. So I was really impressed with the price on this entire collection. So I'm going to go with the shade Spitfire. I want to go with like a pink look today, I think, because I do have a couple other products that I want to incorporate that are in the pink fam. So I'm going to take that shade Spitfire, it's just like a hot pink metallic almost. I'm just going to apply it to the inner and outer part of my eye. I think I'm going to rock with like a halo eye today. And if you guys want to see other tutorials with this palette, like just different ways that I would use it, make sure you guys leave it in the comments, like what colors you would like to see me incorporate together. And I could definitely do that for you. I saw on Twitter, Raw Beauty Christy posted like a, what are your biggest complaints in the beauty community? And I actually read through that feed. And a lot of people said like not doing enough tutorials with the same palette, you know what I mean? Like different looks for different palettes. So that is one thing that I really want to start making sure that I do, is doing multiple tutorials for multiple different palettes. Like I am getting the, I'm waiting for my Anastasia Beverly Hills, was it the Soft Glam? I'm getting that one in the mail, and I do plan on doing a few different looks with that palette. So if you guys want me to do that with any other palettes, make sure you guys let me know, because I could definitely do that for you. Alright, so I absolutely love this shade. It is so beautiful. It's so unique, because it's almost like a pink with a purple shift. It's such a cool shade. I don't have any shades in my collection like this. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with that Tajin and just smoke out this a little bit more up here. I go really high on my eye because I do have hooded eyelids. So I want to make sure that when I open my eyes you can see them. So any tutorials that I do are for hooded eyes, just so you guys are aware. Like people are going to be like, why are you going almost to your eyebrow? That's just what I like to do, because if I'm doing all this work, I want you to see it. Since that's pulling like that purple-ish shift, it's almost like a blue and a purple shift, I want to incorporate those blue and purples in this palette. So we're gonna play some more. I'm gonna take this blue, I'm gonna focus it on the really far outer corner and really inner part of the inner corners, and then just kind of blend it into everything, because I don't want it to be too much. I just want to add like those little pops, and then we'll blend them out with a fluffier brush. So I just almost want to like place it right now, and then we'll blend it after the fact. This palette should have been called the Unique Palette, although I do think Kaleidoscope is such a good name for this palette. Alright, so I'm just going to wipe the product off of there and then just blend. So I'm going to go back in with my Morphe R39. I'm going to go into that purple shade. Not really picking up on the brush, but I'm just going to feather a little bit in my outer corner and kind of smoke it out. Alright, so I'm going to call it good with this palette for now, because I do have this Cover FX. I got this in my BoxyCharm. This Cover FX Shimmer Veil. I have the shade Amethyst. I just want to put that right on the center of my lids. Consistency of these reminds me a lot of the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow, or I should say the Shimmer and Glow. I'm really liking this palette so far, and this Cover FX Shimmer Veil. So thank you BoxyCharm for coming through yet again. So that's going to be it for my lids right now. I was going to put this heavy metal glitter in the shade Catcall on here, but I am actually really liking the way that it looks right now, so maybe I'll put this on like the inner corner or something, but for right now I'm going to leave my eyes the way that they are, and we will move on to the face. So I actually don't have a new primer, so I'm just going to go in with the one that I've been obsessed with lately. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I got this in my last month's BoxyCharm, or the month before that, but ever since I got it, this is damn near the only primer that I've used. I really like this because it gives me a really nice luminosity, but not too much. Like, I don't like a lot of luminosity because it can make me look super oily super quick because of my skin type. I have combination skin. So I really like this because it gives me that little bit of luminosity, but it gives me that really nice texture look on my skin. Like, I have really textured skin and it really smooths out my pores. It just really smooths out the surface and makes my foundation just look 10 times better. I was always ride or die for the original Dr. Brandt Pores No More, but this one has been like slaying my life since I got it. So thank you again, BoxyCharm, for that. So now we're gonna move on to foundation. Today we're going to use the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. This just came out. This claims to be a youthful look 24-hour wear foundation, and I know this has a really wide range of colors. I'm not sure how many. I wanna say like 30 shades, so I feel like it'll fit a really good shade range. We're not gonna like cover in depth on this foundation, but if you guys want to see that, let me know. But I just wanted to add this in here because a lot of people have been wanting to see what it looks like. So I picked up the shade Medium R300. I feel like this will be actually a pretty good match for me. And then I will be applying it with that foundation sponge from Sally Beauty from, I think it's like Face Secrets. But I'm going to first go in and just dot this all over like I normally would. I'm going to start with a really small amount because I feel like this is going to be a fuller coverage foundation. But I could be wrong. I haven't watched any reviews on this or anything like that, so we will see. But I'm already telling you guys that I do not like this sponge. It is way too dense for me, so I might be actually going upstairs to get my other one because I really like a bouncy sponge, and this one is really, really stiff. I feel like I'm like punching myself in the face with this sponge. So first impression of this, I definitely feel like it is more of a like light medium coverage. You can definitely still see my redness poking through, but it is a very natural looking foundation, very lightweight feeling as well. All right, I'm going upstairs to get my other sponge. Hold on. So I just had to switch my makeup sponge. I switched to my Tarte, I don't even know what the name of this sponge is. It's the one that came out with the Shape Tape foundation. This has been my current love for foundation sponge. It is so bouncy, it doubles in size. I did a full review on this and the Shape Tape foundation. If you guys want to see it, I'll leave a card right now. But this sponge is so good. It doesn't steal your product. It just blends everything out so nicely, and I feel like this is actually applying so much fucking better with this. So I would definitely suggest use a sponge that you already are familiar with. But this foundation I definitely think is a very natural looking foundation. I feel like it looks nice on the skin. It's not a full coverage by any means. I would say it's like a light to medium but buildable to full coverage because I am getting really nice coverage and it layers really nicely. This actually is reminding me a lot of the Physicians Formula foundation. I feel like the Physicians Formula one is a little bit more dewy though. So if you're looking for a really natural looking foundation, I feel like this is a good one, but I would definitely say if you're balling on a budget and you want to go to the drugstore, that Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation is everything. Everybody that's picked it up, because I've been raving about it, everybody that's been using it has been loving it. I cannot get over how much I love that foundation. So if I was to pick between this one and the Healthy Foundation, I'd probably pick the Healthy Foundation because it's way less expensive, but this is still a really nice looking foundation. So I ain't gonna knock it too much, but I would definitely say that Healthy Foundation is the shit. And I did a very detailed review on the Physicians Formula one if you guys want to see that. It's up in the cards, but if you guys want to see one on this foundation, I do also have the new NARS, what is it, the Radiant, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I got a little sample of the Dior Skin Forever Undercover. Any one of those that you want to see a wear test or all of them, leave it in the comments because that's how I know what you guys want to see. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the video, but I just had the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation on my skin and it just was not doing it for me, especially like with this eye look that I have on right now. I was just not feeling it. I'm going to try this NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation because I keep hearing this is phenomenal. So this is the one that I was the most excited to try out. Everybody was saying how they wanted to see this Shameless Foundation, so that was the one I chose to do first, but this is the one I keep hearing everybody is loving so far, so I just wanted to shake it up really quick. And I got the shade Vienna. I think it might be a little bit light for me, but we'll give it a shot anyways. It is very liquidy. You guys will definitely see that right here. I do think this is going to be very light on me, so let's go in and apply this. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking this is going to be light, but whatever, we'll make it work. This has way better coverage already than that Marc Jacobs one, so I don't know, I feel like for such an expensive foundation, it needs to be really good coverage, and it just isn't. I mean, I get it, not everybody's looking for that really full coverage, but I can tell you already, this is really, really nice, especially comparing it to what my skin looked like about 5 minutes ago. So I'm definitely impressed with this one a lot more than that Marc Jacobs one for sure. And it's such a thin consistency, so that's really nice. I'm actually really into this right now, but I'm looking pasty AF. Let's carry on and let's go into contouring. So I'm going to contour, I'm going to cream contour, which is something I never ever do. So I'm going to use this Smashbox step-by-step contour stick in the shade Contour. This is not a new product at all, but it's new to me. I just picked it up. You guys will see an epic ass makeup haul coming on my channel if I didn't mention it already. But I picked this up because it's just something I've had my eye on for a really long time. And I really like the convenience of it. Like, how easy is it to just draw on your contour? Just hopefully it blends out easily. Blends out really easily with a brush. I'm just not a fan of cream contouring. Like, it looks more natural, I get it, but I feel like I could still do that with a regular powder contour though. I still feel like it's a super redundant step, but as far as if you're into cream contouring, do I feel like those are good products? Yes, because they blend out really nice. They give you like a natural look, but I am the type of person that I prefer a powder contour. So we're gonna end up going in with powder anyways. Now I'm gonna go in with a powder blush, another step that I never do. But as soon as I saw this product, I had to have it. Like, I had to have it so much that I got both of them. These are the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette, so I have the shade Citrus and Darya. I am going to use Darya today because I tried both of them. I actually tried filming it now, and Citrus just did not look good on my skin. It's just too dark for me. I feel like it'll look really nice on darker complexions, or I feel like in the summertime I could get away with it, but Darya is really, really beautiful. Do I think it's like an everyday type of palette? Absolutely not. Like, you guys are going to see, I'm going to be beaming today just because I really want you guys to see what this palette looks like, because it's very unique, it's very beautiful, and it's not like a product that I have in my collection already, so that's where I don't mind spending the money on these. So do I think it's worth the $89? Yes, I do, because you get a ton of product in these and you get a really beautiful product. So right now I'm going in with the cream blush. I just apply it right to my sponge and right to my cheekbones, and a lot of people are saying this doesn't like flatter textured skin. I have textured skin and I don't feel like it bothers my skin at all or makes my skin look worse by any means. Like, I have other highlighters that look really intense on my textured skin, and I didn't feel like these do it. It's just a very different type of product that I have in my collection, so that's where I definitely plan on hanging on to this one. Citrus, I do think I'm going to send back just because, one, it's $89 and it's just not a product that I could use right now. But this blush, I was not expecting to like this blush, this Darya blush. Maybe it's just because the eye look that I have on right now, and I mean, I'm just trying to look like Natasha's Instagram model right now because she's stunning. I was not expecting to like this, but it gives you like a really nice pink flush to the skin. Like, you could definitely build it up to make it look way more intense. But it looks really nice on the skin, and it gives you a nice luminosity just putting the blush on. So I'm going to leave the cream blush just like that. And then I definitely forgot to put concealer on, so I'm going to jump back into that really quick and just apply it right under my eye. So I have this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. I don't think that this is a stellar concealer. I think it's really heavy underneath my eyes. I think it's heavier than like the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. People keep doing like dupe videos and stuff on those, but I ain't gonna do that because there's more than enough out there already. But I feel like it's an okay concealer, but I do feel like it's really heavy. So I would not recommend it if you're not somebody that likes a heavy concealer on your under eyes. I feel like it's decent, but I would still prefer like my Maybelline concealers over this one for sure. So now I just set my under eyes with that Coty Airspun. That's not a new product for me or anything like that, so we'll skip over that. So now I'm gonna go in and bronze. So I just got this Tom Ford Terra bronzer. I have been wanting a Tom Ford bronzer, I can't tell you for how long. I'll get more into this in my haul video, but as soon as I saw this, I had to get it. So this is gonna be the shade Terra. I'm going to do like a bronze slash contour, I guess, with it, because since I already did cream contour, it'll just deepen it up a little bit. I don't even want to touch the pan because it's so good, but what's the point of buying it if you ain't gonna use it? So I'm gonna bronze first, and then we will go back and do blush. Alright, so first impression on this bronzer. Do I think it's nice? Yes. Do I think it's worth $110 though? Hell no. I would be mad right now if I paid $110 for this, but since I didn't, I'm not mad about it. I'm still happy to have it because I do feel like it's a really nice bronzer. But if you have been like dying for this bronzer, you don't need to die for it, because like go get the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and you will be happy. And now I'm gonna go back into that blush palette because I wanted to get my bronzer laid down before I do this powder blush. I'm still so surprised. I thought I was going to like the Citrus palette so much more than this one, but I feel like this one looked so good on my skin. Oh my god, this looks so much better. Like, this foundation looks so much better than that Marc Jacobs one. I'm sorry, Marc Jacobs, I love your Remarkable foundation, but that one, So now I'm gonna go in with the Glow Cream Base. So it's gonna be the one up here. Now I'm just gonna apply this right on my makeup sponge and then go in right on my cheekbone. This is gonna give you that really subtle glow. So I feel like this is like very daytime appropriate, and supposedly these are okay to layer on top of your powder, so I don't feel bad doing it right now. Next step is going to be to go in with the, what is it, the Glow Extreme powder. So it's gonna be the one down here. I'm just gonna apply that right on my Morphe M501, and then we're just going to apply it right to the top of our cheekbones, and we're gonna be glowing fucking goddesses today. It just gives you that really nice wet look to the skin. If you don't like that look, you will not like this palette at all. Because this is, we're coming, we're glowing, you can see me coming, glow. And then next step is going to be to go in the Duo Glow. So it's going to be the pink shade. When I first applied this, I thought it was going to pull pink, but you guys are going to see it doesn't. It pulls like gold. It looks so beautiful. Don't mind my brush that's flaking everywhere. And I mean, I'm just trying to be like her Instagram model right now. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the diamond powder. This will be the last step. This is supposedly the Crushed Pearls. Whether it has it or not, I don't know. Do I care? No. But does it look gorgeous? Yes, bitch! Alright, so that's it for the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palettes. I hope I was calling them the right name. I probably wasn't. So I don't have a new brow product to use today, so I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia Brow Duo. I'm just going to do these really quick. I've established that I love doing my brows with a brow powder, so I'm just going to do these real quick and then I will be right back. Alright, so brows are good enough because you guys already know by now. If you see my tutorials, they ain't sisters. Shit, we're lucky if they're even cousins because they never look remotely the same. So now we'll move on to my, I guess my eyes now, right? Back to my eyes? We'll do it. So let's go in with, I was going to do a wing liner today, but I'm actually really liking how this looks right now. So I'm going to go in and just line my eyes, my waterline. I'm going to use this Vintage by Jessica Liebskind Smoky Eye Pencil in the shade Jet Black. I got this in my BoxyCharm a couple days ago and I was interested to try it, and that's actually pretty black. So thank you again, round 3 for BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm always is coming through to help your sister out. So I'm gonna go with my Morphe M432 brush. I talked about this brush in my best makeup brushes. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Dye. It's just that purple shade in this palette. I'm really impressed with this palette, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting too much because like I said, it wasn't really like knocking my socks off or calling my name until I swatched it. I was noticing that the blue was starting to run in like my outer corner, so just be cautious of that with these darker colors. They may run if you have watery eyes, because I do have watery eyes. So now I'm going to go back in with my R39 brush and I'm going to go back into that Tajin, it's just that like burnt orange shade, and smoke out underneath here a little bit just to kind of like tie everything back together, and it just kind of blends out this purple just a little bit more. Just make sure you don't go too low because we don't want to look like we just got blasted in the face. And then I do like to bring it up in this outer corner and just kind of like swirl all the colors together. It's always how I like tie my eye looks together. I just kind of combine these colors right here and then just kind of whoop, 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 just working in like little circles. So that's gonna be it for my shadows. Now let's go in with lashes. I'm gonna try this Boost a Lash eyelash primer from Femme Couture. I've never used eyelash primers like ever in my entire life. I don't really think they work, so I'm going to apply this first just to my lashes. Like I said, I got this from Femme Couture, so Sally Beauty did send this to me, but that in no way steers my opinion on products. They are more than happy to let me voice my honest opinions on products, as well as like if any brand ever sends me anything, I always make it very clear that I am able to be 100% honest with my viewers, because I do not see a point in accepting products just to give positive reviews, because that ain't my style. I know I would be pissed if I found out that people were doing that. We're looking funky. But now I'm gonna go with this Bad Gal Bang. This has been like such a hyped up mascara lately, and I'm sorry if this bugs you guys, but I have to have a mirror super close to me. I just got this little sample from Sephora, or was it Sephora or Ulta? I think it was Sephora. I got this with my order, just like as a 100-point perk or something like that, or it was like if you typed in the code you got it. So this has been a really hyped up mascara lately, so let's see if it's worth all that hype it's getting. It definitely has a really nice applicator. I really like how long and skinny it is, because then you could get your bottom lashes, I think, really easily with it. And it's actually getting my inner corners pretty good. Usually I have a really hard time getting those lashes. But I am noticing, I don't know if it's from the mascara or from the primer, my lashes are starting to clump a little bit. But this mascara is super, super black. So that's a good thing when it comes to mascara. At least that's what I like when I'm buying a mascara. I like them to be super black or brown. Wow, that just got really fucking clumpy. So I don't know if it's from the mascara or if it's from that primer. They just got hella clumpy though. Like, that ain't cute. They were looking really nice with one coat, but with two, no hunty. That is not my style. I like my lashes to be like flirty and separated. No. I'll have to try this mascara by itself, but yeah, 2 coats of that was extremely clumpy, so I'm definitely gonna put on false lashes. No. Alright, so now lashes are finally on. It's been a rough one, you guys. So I'm just gonna hit my bottom lashes so you guys can see you can easily get your bottom lashes with this mascara, so that is one thing that is really nice. You don't need 2 separate mascaras just to do your lashes. So I do really like the applicator on this for bottom lashes, because I can get really far in on the inner corner. So my eyes need a rest, so I'm going to move on to lips, and then I will go back and hit my inner corner and my brow bone. But I'm going to go on first with this Boutique lipstick and lip liner duo. These are such good lip liners because it has like a really dry formula, so I feel like it's going to last really long on the lips. So let me just line my lips really quick, and then I'm using the shade Natural. So that's gonna be my lips line. Now I'm gonna flip the product over, and then you have like a lipstick on the other side. So I'm just going to fill in my lips with this side. Alright, so I want something a little bit more pink, so I'm gonna go in with this Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Let's Dance. I think this one will go really well with what I got going on my eyes right now. Alright, so this is much more of the lip color that I was going for. I think I could have went a little bit more purple, but I like it, so this is what I'm rolling with. So now I do want to top it off with a gloss. I'm going to take this Bitsy lip gloss. These are like $2 at Sally's. They're super inexpensive, and this is the shade Stellar. These come out in March or April, they said. So I do want to just throw this right on the center. Yes! They definitely don't feel like a lip gloss. They feel like a glitter. Like when I first applied it, I was like, wait, are these like an eye product? But that is like glitter. That goes perfectly with my eyes right now. But it does not feel like a gloss. It feels like you're applying the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glows. It even smells just like them. It does not feel like a lip gloss. This is not going to hydrate your lips at all. It's very drying and very glittery, as you can see. Alright, so the last thing I want to do is hit my brow bone and inner corner. So I'm going to go in with just this gleam. I'm just going to go in with this Glow Extreme highlight from the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm going to hit my inner corner with that. You could do like the whole building or use any different one that you want. Actually, I want to kind of go in with this Duo Glow color and go over that. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. So I'm just going to go in with Glow Extreme and hit my brow bone. You don't have to use this palette by any means, but I usually like to match my highlight on my cheekbone to like my inner corner and brow bone highlight. So that's something that I do really often. So that would be my final look right here. I really like how this came out. Don't mind like my splotchiness going on right here. But I really love how this came out. I feel like there were a lot of really nice products that I found today, but my ultimate standout product was definitely this Urban Decay Kristen Leanne palette and this Natasha Denona highlight, or yeah, the highlight and blush palette. I really like both of these. I feel like they're definitely worth the money. This I felt like was priced so nicely. It's very affordable for a high-end palette, especially if you're looking for crazy colors like these. This is definitely a great palette. I would say the closest palette that I have to this is like my Mi Vida Loca palette from Kat Von D, which you can't even get anymore. I actually prefer this one over that palette. Yes, you have more colors in that other palette, but I just think these shadows perform a lot better. So these were definitely my two standout products, and my biggest fail, honestly, was that Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. Like, I didn't like it that much. I had to take it off my face. So that's gonna be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do like these little get ready with me / tutorials, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel before you guys leave. Turn on your post notifications by clicking the little bell right next to subscribe, because that will let you guys know every time that I upload a video, because I do super sporadic uploads. It's kind of like if I have one ready, it just goes up. It doesn't matter what time it is. So I feel like post notifications are really helpful for my subscribers. So definitely make sure you guys do that if you guys do like my videos. And follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook. Everything is always Briteclarke, just like it is spelled on here, or it is linked in the description box of this video, along with all the products that I mentioned today. So that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Peace!